Ukrainian strikes on Russian oil refineries are becoming increasingly systematic. In the past 2 weeks alone, 4 major plants have already been destroyed, including one in Saratov. These are not just explosions and fires, but also serious economic consequences for the Kremlin, from reduced exports of petroleum products and growing fuel shortages to the risk of a collapse of Russia's entire oil refining industry. Our correspondent, Yulia Chikichina, has looked into the situation in more detail.
Yulia Chikichina. In just the past 2 weeks, Ukraine's defense forces have struck 4 major Russian oil refineries. The most recent fire broke out in Saratov. Experts say that systematic strikes on enemy refineries could cause significant damage to Russia's economy.
Kirilo Nikitin. As for the strikes on Russia's oil refining industry in general, it is believed that the critical threshold is 15%. But more and more analytical global publications, such as Reuters and Bloomberg, are already citing figures of 17 and even 20% of damaged capacity.
Chikichina. The deputy head of the Verkhovna Rada Committee on National Security, Defense and Intelligence claims that Russia will have to reduce its export of petroleum products.
Yedyny. The Russian Federation will have to either halt oil production and mothball its wells, which is very expensive and sometimes even impossible, or supply the market with crude unrefined oil, which firstly is cheaper than petroleum products.
Chikichina. Yedyny adds that the enemy has already suffered enormous losses from Ukrainian strikes.
Cherniev, this particular situation may and absolutely will continue to worsen in the near future, and the subsequent loss of revenue from the critically important oil and gas sector, or even the oil refining sector, will simply not allow them to have the financial capability to continue this war effort.
Chikichina. At the same time, economist Ole Ustenko notes that Russian oil producers are no longer willing to invest in this previously profitable business.
Ole Ustenko and oil refiners and producers of petroleum products in the Russian Federation are also losing the desire to invest when there is a high risk that these investments will be destroyed by the Ukrainian military. It works, well, it really works.
Chikichina. And Russian propagandists are watching every Ukrainian strike. They respond accordingly.
Propagandists time and again attacks on Engels continue. Who is to blame that it got through? Who should be held responsible for this?
Chikichina. More and more videos are spreading online showing lines at gas stations in various Russian regions. As a result of the strikes on oil refineries, the amount of gasoline produced decreases, leading to a fuel shortage and accordingly rising prices.
Ustenko. When the price of petroleum products rises on the domestic market, of course, transportation costs also increase.